joining me, and welcome. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And we are having coffee this morning in my beautiful moon mug. Beautiful, beautiful. We've got a pink sky in the morning. The old adage is sailor's warning. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow. We're doing a witch's dance in town tomorrow. We will see. Not concerned really about any of it. I have yet to melt in the rain. So the subject, all the great spiritual leaders have said this, and this one came from Mahatma Gandhi. And the three decks that came up were the Wild Woman Rising, the Rooted Woman, and Love Yourself deck. Very much a empowered way to move through the world, and so simple, and yet we make it so hard. So what Gandhi had to say is, we but mirror the world. All the tendencies present in the outer world are to be found in the world of our body. If we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. Good morning, Julia. As a man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. This is the divine mystery supreme. And anymore, we know it not to be a mystery. Really, it is the scientific law of energy. What goes out seeks the same kind of vibration that you're sending out, and it brings back to you a matching vibration. A wonderful thing it is, and the source of our happiness. We need not wait to see what others do. In succinctness, it is, you do you. Let the world do them. Because when you do you, you are creating the greater energy field of the collective. You are altering it. The ripples go out. So the Rooted Woman today says Peregrina. Oh, beautiful. This is a path. She's got the light over her head. She's got a fox with her moving along, which is very much the awareness as we walk on our path. And then the crow. I'm going to read what the Rooted Woman has to say about one, Peregrina. This is the first card in the deck. The one of squares. So we got to find that one. Not the first card in the deck. There we go. A quest. The quest is a directed journey with a distinct purpose or goal. A pot of gold, a home, the answer to a mystery, which is clear from the beginning, even if the precise trajectory of the journey doesn't always work out exactly the way it might have been planned. It's the hero's journey, the heroine's journey. This is your journey. This is you doing you, letting things unfold, choosing to learn from that which is difficult. And those of you who are dealing with very hard life situations right now, I send you love. Anyone that sees this video that may be suffering, good morning. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm going to say Ejik. He does some wonderful videos online, beautiful singing videos. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. They're very uplifting. These are the kind of things that you want to bring into your field. You want to tend to your energy, because truly it is the only energy you can attend to. Indirectly, you attend to the others, but it is by what you're sharing. One of the sayings over the years is energy does not lie. And that is the truth. You know, I've lived with reading the energy of others very powerfully throughout my life. And I could tell bad people. I could tell those icky ones in my presence who were deceptive and who were evil. And I would then protect myself. I mean, I did not always consciously know it. I just knew. And it had to do with me trusting me. We have to learn to love ourselves. That is the second deck, and the next card coming up that says, unfurl a new beginning, a new way. Of course, it's a moth, it looks like, but a butterfly. You doing you, unfurling a new way of walking. And I'm trying to get this so the light isn't shining on it so much. It really does look more like a moth. And in fact, my friend Julia on here sent me some of these wings that she found that look just like this. I have yet to undo them. I've left them in the box waiting because what I'd love to do is make a pair of earrings, but I do not think they would stand up to that. We will see. Unfurl a new beginning. Walk in this world in a different way by you looking into you and going, well, what am I truly holding here? I've been doing a process myself, and I got to the point because one of the questions was, what do you fear? And I said to myself, like, well, I realized that I feared a lot, even though I'm a warrior, even though I've walked through the world not feeling fearful. There was an underlying, everything that I was grounded in was in fear of the future, of what could be, and working in this subconscious. Oh, thank you, Ejik. Working in the subconscious to allay that fear, to hide from it, all of that. And so the new beginning, one of the things I feared was failure. That's one of the biggest ones. And then truly, I've been sitting for the last 2 days going, well, what is failure? And what came up for me was kind of everything about me in my life. It's like there was never a time when I measured up to my standards, to my ideals, to what I felt like I should be doing. And those shoulds came from other lifetimes, not so much from this one. And so we really want to do our inner work because then we begin to unfold the things that are standing in our way from the path we came to do in this lifetime. And it is a continuous unfurl. So that new beginning is like, now I understand what the blocks have been. They've been inside me in a belief system about me. Those are codes that have been implanted, especially in the feminine in this lifetime, well, in the world, codes of never enough, never enough. Most every person that you will talk to, particularly women, will have that come through in some way. I'm never enough. I've got to work harder. I've got to do better. I've got to do more. And when we began to have more freedom, those codes got even more powerful. So it's a choice of letting those go. Harvest the honey. This is the Wild Woman Rising, one of my favorite decks. Harvest the honey. It is time now to harvest the results of the goodness of who you are, because you are. Anytime we're doing our own self-work, it is to find that most magical, mystical, powerful, lovely, loving aspect of who we are, because that is what we came into this lifetime to bring in, to be, to project. We came in to learn and we came in to serve. And our service is always from a place of love. So the easiest way we can unfold into the truth of why we came and doing what we are doing, looking to ourselves, is by learning to love ourselves. The next card that came up from the Rooted Woman is shape shifting. And that is absolutely a stepping into another aspect of who we are, letting go of that old way of being, that powerlessness, that victim, that unaware one. All we have to do is begin to learn to love us. And we are absolutely not taught that. The loving us is such a powerful way for us to be the presence in this world that we wanted to be. The light that we are shines brighter when we learn to love us. And sometimes that's the big N word. No, when someone is asking more of us than we want to give. And it can be someone who's asked us for the very first time, but we've overloaded already. We are full. It is absolutely okay for you to say no, to begin putting up your own boundaries, to begin believing that you are worthy without having to do more. Tend the fragile. Oh, this cute little hedgehog. Tend the fragile. The fragile is within, I'm going to turn off this one. because it really does shine a fair amount of light that makes it hard to see. That little beautiful hedgehog, tend the fragile. You are the fragile. You are that voice inside you that is kind to you. Grow that voice. It isn't a cop out. It's not being weak. And those of us who are warriors could fall into that kind of belief system that that loving ourselves, tending to ourselves, enjoying ourselves is weak. And it is absolutely not. It is the strongest thing we can do. It really is just, it keeps being a repeated message. Us doing us. It is so much easier than tending to that outer world that we really can't fix until we fix us, until we believe in us more strongly. The wild woman says, engage compassion. And that is engage compassion for you first. Can't really have compassion for the outer world until you have compassion for yourself. Because we can't give what we don't have. I am very hard on myself, and I can be very hard on that outer world. It is, it really is an act of loving the world to begin to give yourself the grace you will give others, to give yourself the kindness that you will offer to others. That's a powerful way to walk through this world. The crossroads. This is the rooted woman. You are at a crossroads. We are all at a crossroads. We are in so much shifting energy right now, and it really is kind of throwing us from pillar to post on a daily basis. Some of this is coming up as very physical energy, weird sicknesses, weird sensations, weird feelings. We've got so much shifting energy coming from the sun, all the sunspots, the flares, the solar winds. We are physically affected by all of this. The shifting energies of Mother Earth herself. We are on it. We are feeling it. And we are affected by it. And when you are tuning into you, caring for you, nurturing you, loving you, you will realize that many of these things that are happening physically are a manifestation of the energies of the shift, of change. And you can breathe through it, just like giving birth, because that is what we're doing on a very micro level. We're giving birth to us, the new us, walking in the world with greater love, greater compassion, greater allowance for the others. We have so much screaming possibilities coming through these machines on a regular basis. We can be so unhinged by the outside world. I highly recommend you get the highlights of what's happening, and then you literally just see all those cords being cut, moving away, and you tune in to that which brings you joy. That's what feels good, that which empowers you. I posted a while back this song that I came across it. I Speak, It Is Done. Such a powerful song. And the truth is, our words are the energy. Our words are creating what we're living in. Our thoughts are creating that. Our beliefs are creating that. We can shift that. We can do us. We just have to know we can, trust that we can, and begin to believe that. The next card comes up, celebrate the little things, the little wins, because it truly is the little things that will unhinge us as well. This morning I was looking for a lighter because I had moved it out of my office. And yesterday I did some clearing work on a client and needed to do more saging this morning. Anyway, I picked up a lighter I'd bought a while ago in a pack, and it was cupcakes all the way along it. And it was just like, oh, I love that. Cupcakes are so lovely. It reminds me, a cupcake I think will forever remind me of my youngest granddaughter, who was 2 at the time and had just discovered cupcakes and had the joy of those. And we were at my granddaughter's birthday party, and her mom brought these little tiny cupcakes, and Ren and we went, oh, no, honey, you have to wait, because the guests need to come. So we're all standing around there talking, and Ren went in for the kill. She went in, grabbed one, shoved it in her mouth, And the look of satisfaction on that little girl's face is just one of my favorite things ever. It brought her so much joy. And so the cupcake thing was absolutely, yes. And this little tiny mouse will always remind me of Ren, just the cuteness of that. And it is those little tiny things that we want to grab onto, the little wins, the little bits of the truth coming through. It's rarely these big shifts, but choosing the little changes, open, willing, ready to be guided by your angels, your guides, your companions, your power team, your galactic family, whatever that looks like to you. They will begin to make you aware of when you're undoing what you've been trying to do. And so it's like, hey, did you just hear what you said to yourself? Geez, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Cancel. That's what that awareness is about. So you can cancel it and go, I'm giving myself the grace to understand that I am not always okay. Ejik, I'm not real sure that that's appropriate here, but I love the messages you're giving, so I appreciate that, and it actually makes me wonder if you've not been co-opted. So Ejik has some beautiful messages, and anyway, the instruction will be you are enough. It is the little things, and you have to give yourself grace. You have to be aware to cancel. And no, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah. Anyway, note to self. We are never going to be perfect. And we must learn to have compassion for our inconsistencies, our imperfections, and our humanness in order to really move forward with the love, the peace, the ease. And the last card is rise again. Do a do-over. We do have do-overs every single day, every single moment. I spent a fair amount of time in reaction to myself, to something I had done wrong recently, and my lack of perfection, and it was not okay. I wanted to run. I wanted to give up. I wanted to check out. I mean, it's like, oh my God. And it was really a very little thing. But what that brought up to me, and what our shadows will bring up, is the awareness of what's still within us to look at, to grow from, and then to let go of. We will be constantly letting go of repeating types of energies because they didn't all go in at once, and they are not going to all come out at once. One of the most powerful things I do, and I'm actually creating a breathwork video and a short class series to help us heal ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, through the breath work and through what we bring in during the breath work times. It is the understanding of you as a power, energy, spiritual being, all of those things wrapped into one. And how that very physical act of breath work, see, I do it because my monkey mind is very strong, and getting quiet in meditation is not very effective for me. And so I turn to breath work. And so I can focus very much on what I'm choosing to bring in. And I really want to offer that first in a class by explaining, more about how we walk through the world and what our power is here. And then offer that tool and a way to help you all move forward with greater personal, doing it ourselves, healing work. And then, of course, and the Ireland retreat information is up, and there is a link to register. This one's going to fill pretty quickly because I've already got people who have paid deposits on that, if not the whole thing. And so I can only hold 12 people. Maggie and I, that is a number that will give everyone what they need and not to overload and shortchange people. Retreats are an incredibly intense way of healing, moving forward. connecting and bringing into your field things that otherwise would not be able to penetrate because they're very connected. And so you have several energies working on your behalf at once rather than just your own. So consider that. And again, we've got till next September. So it is something that payments can be made on. I do understand. I have worked to make it as least costly as possible. But it's a little more costly than ones I've run in the States because the UK is more costly. But it's beautiful, and we're going to have some real fun during it. Kind of a touristy day, as well as a visiting sacred sites day, and then just lots of personal work, growth, and transmutation of the things that have been holding us all back. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful fall day. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.
So I told him no. I told him no. I do not have to apologize for it. It's my hair. It's my choice. It's my belief. So no, I do not have